Professor Alan Haungs, Physics 124, Ray Tracing Lab. This is software exercise number 2. What I want you to do is to click on the download for the singlet finite conjugate ideal lens. Infinite conjugate just simply means that something is looking at infinity. This is going to be an ideal lens, which doesn't exist. And so essentially this is a saved file, so I just clicked on it, and it's zipped, and your computer will hopefully extract it, and you'll be able to, and it will automatically open the software, and there we go. Okay. I have, okay, whatever. I have WinZip, so I compress these with WinZip, but I think your computer should be able to extract them. If you don't have WinZip, I think they somehow auto extract. If you can't find it, if you've downloaded it and you can't find it, look under downloads. If you can't find it under your downloads, go to your C drive, go to program files, parentheses x86, and look for something with the look for something that's got the FRD extension on it. Okay, so this is already loaded, so I'm going to maximize this right here. Okay, so what we loaded here were 2 items. So I'll just kind of roll it around. Actually, there's 3 items here. I'll do a I'll click on the magnifying glass, and I'm going to go around it. Now you can see it a little more plainly. So what we have here is an ideal lens right here, which is an odd item because ideal lens is infinitely thin and has a perfect focus, which is a total impossibility. Okay. Then over here we have a green light source, and here we have a red light source. So these are emitting hundreds of rays of light in this direction through this lens and hitting this imaging surface. So what we're going to do, first we'll look at everything. Here's what's in our geometry. This is what's in our geometry: an ideal lens and a focal plane. And if I go to optical sources, this is what's in my optical source. I have 2 optical sources that we put in here. Now you can't save files, but you can open files that people give to you. So your demo version will not allow this. This is, I think right now I have open the full-blown version that they gave to me because I'm the instructor, and it'll extinguish after the course is over. So I can't keep this forever. So what we're going to do is we're going to see that up here it says Ray Trace. Click on Ray Trace, and then click on Trace and Render. You can see how this is kind of handy, I imagine, right? Now it's doing 100 rays for each of those light sources. So one of them is on axis, and the other one is off axis. And what you can see here, it demonstrates the theory very nicely. So if a point in space right there was emitting rays of light, a lens does the miracle of reorganizing it and then converging it onto a 2D plane right here. So that's your focal plane. So what I wanted you to do with this one was, you're demonstrating that you're able to open a file that I sent to you, and the way you're going to do that is you're going to, right now I have it in the magnifying mode. I could put it back in, by clicking on the ball, I could put it back into the rolling mode, right? If I click on the ball, it's rolling. Right next to the ball on the other side, there's a translate. I can move it. I'm going to now click and drag. Okay. So what I wanted you to do is I wanted you to do this. I wanted you to zoom in at the focal point. So I just drew a square around it. I'll draw another square. I'll draw another square. Okay. And what I want you to do is use your your snipping tool. And I just simply want you to, basically take a picture of that perfectly formed tip. I don't care how many times you try I don't care how many times you try to enlarge that. It'll always be a perfectly formed tip. That's impossible. Okay, so they give you this little thing called an ideal lens, because it's a mental construct used for modeling. Okay, but we don't. There is no such thing. So what we've been assuming up to this point in all the laboratory work was that there is such a thing as a ideal lens, and that the rays focus into an infinitely small point. Okay, so just take that, drop it on that Word document. So that's the second part. You've just completed the second part of the lab exercise, and then I'll proceed to exercise number 3. Good luck.